Well, obviously we feel very fortunate. Jacksonville State and Coach Harper's basketball team has done great since he's been there in this league, and they're always in the top four. And we knew this would be a hard-fought battle, and they caused us a lot of problems. We were just very fortunate tonight. We shot it really well, and our guys just kind of kept playing and hung in there. And when you do that, in a competitive environment, especially at home, something good may happen to you. And tonight was probably one of the better exhibitions that we put on in terms of our ball handling and passing, with Keyshawn and Junior having, I think, 15 assists and only 3 turnovers. Our offense was just really efficient, and we got some really good looks from the three-point line, and nobody more so than this guy. And even down to the last play, I think there was 2 or 3 guys that handled it, and they just kept the ball moving. Usually when you do that, the defense breaks down, and we found the open guy, and he stepped up there and buried it. Obviously, too, really proud of our team. The Tennessee State situation taught us a really good lesson, even though I'm not sure we could have done a whole lot about it, but we worked really hard on end-of-game defense. So 2 games in a row here, it's come down to a defensive possession for us, and we've been able to hang in there and get a shot, or get a stop. So the team's growing a little bit. I still think we got a lot of room for growth. We've got to find some consistency in our front court. Those guys are very up and down in terms of their focus, their understanding of what's being expected. They're having a hard time sticking to the code. They've got some great role models now for them. Early on when we've got this thing started, we didn't know what the right behavior looked like. We've got guys like Cade and others who are, if you have any questions about how it's supposed to be done around here, just look to them. And so that's going to be a big thing here moving forward. Tonight was great. We got away with playing small a lot. But over a big picture thing, that's not going to be a good thing to do. So we're going to get some consistency there. And then obviously, too, defensively, we've got to continue to improve, especially when you go play on a road. There'll be some adjustments with this next game, and we'll have to see how both teams handles that. But tonight, just really proud of the group. The attitude, I thought, was just staying with it was great. Even in the last time out, there was great leadership in the huddle, and we talked about just going forward, having a calm mind, have plenty of time. If we got a 2, if we got a 3, take it. And I think the last thing I heard was this guy said, just have some fun. And boy, was it.
Going into that last offensive possession, was the plan getting the ball to Cade?
The whole time. We actually wanted to isolate him at the top of the key and let him go on. No, what we wanted to do was just want to run our side out of bounds play. We wanted to get the ball in bounds, and I wanted Keyshawn to be the ball handler. We were going to twist the pick and roll up top. That way, if it got thrown back to Junior, we'd hopefully have him in a closeout situation where he could put it down and either go and get fouled, or he could move the ball to Hunter or Cade on the perimeter. I think Keyshawn, they kind of blew the pick and roll coverage out top when he came back off the twist and got down the lane. And he didn't hesitate. He didn't panic. He stayed on balance. I think he moved it to Cade. Cade kind of got in there and moved it to Hunter. Hunter ripped it. 2 guys collapsed on him. I think they probably thought the clock was running out on him or whatever. And then he just put the brakes on, and Cade kind of stayed right where he was and just got a great rep off. So after that, I really thought I didn't have any question that ball was going in.
Cade, it seemed like an eternity before that shot went off. What was going through your head?
Yeah, just do your job. Just stay with it. Stick with it. Just keep going. It'll happen. Make it happen. Trust your teammates.
Defensive effort tonight really was one of the strong suits. I mean, yeah, they had a lot of rebounds, but we had a lot of steals, and was able to keep them from putting a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, coming into this basketball game, we knew they had we were at a disadvantage up front.
Yeah.
We weren't in a good place with our guys up front starting off, and then they just jammed that thing inside there, and you saw that. We worked really hard on doubling the low post and trying to make them get it out of there. But because we were able to score, it kind of changed things for them, and they started trying to match up with us. So, yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job defensively. We somehow or another came up with 20 turnovers, which is a big number in a basketball game, so that kind of gives you some extra chances. That was really critical for us. I think we had 13 steals in the basketball game. That's a big number for us. So all those things are needed when you're going against a basketball team as good as Jacksonville State.
And especially came down to that last possession. They had 7.7 seconds on the clock, and the defense came through in the clutch.
Yeah, we did, and I have to go back and see it. I don't know if it was played perfectly or not, but at the end of the day, I don't think you can question the effort.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really got inside the three-point line. If they did, it wasn't a very clean look. So we'll take it.
What does Cade Crosland mean to this team?
Well, I've shared this story before. There was a moment, probably about 2 months ago, and we were having a really hard practice, and our team was really struggling to compete at the right level, to perform at the right level. And everybody knows that this guy, every single day, physically, he's dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
And every time we couldn't get the goal accomplished, he kept getting louder as a leader. He kept going harder with his effort. And I think we ended up doing it like the drill 23 times before we got it done. And when we got it done, he was the reason why. And the performance, the attitude, the caring about the team, the way he conducted himself in that moment had an impact on everybody. Nobody more than me. It moved me to emotion. And I still get emotional about it. And I told everybody right then and there that moment has changed our program. His willingness to go that hard because he loves the game, because he loves Tennessee Tech, because he cares about his teammates, even though he knew it was going to bring him great pain and suffering physically. He still did it for us. And that is what we want. That's what the code is all about. Doing your best, understanding what you are, who you are, giving great effort with mental and physical toughness, do it to completion. Your attitude is one in which you're always thinking about and taking care of your teammates and Tennessee Tech basketball. And don't make excuses. Take complete ownership in everything. He embodies everything what we want. Then there's been other guys that kind of have followed suit since then. But that moment changed our program. I'm not talking about wins and losses. The wins and losses will come. But it just changed our program and somebody stepping up, caring enough, and modeling the type of behavior that you want to be around every single day.
Cade, this game tonight, that moment, what does it mean to you?
Just you don't get to do that many times. You were saying that too. It's just it's awesome. It's an awesome experience. It's a blessing to be a part of that, and just really just proud of my teammates. He's saying we stuck with it. Like we got down and we just stuck with it. Dane had a great charge that really just brought us back, and we kept plugging, and I don't think it was just that shot that it was the experience of being with my teammates and being able to accomplish that win, and that shot wasn't, that was led by a lot of other things that my teammates were able to do. So,
And of course,
I think in these moments, like everybody sees that performance, they see him making that shot, and it's a team game. So there was a lot of things going on that, from a spacing standpoint, from an understanding standpoint, playing with a calm mind, moving the ball correctly to get it to him. But him going 7 for 10 from the three-point line doesn't surprise me. I told him way back early in the season, I got no problem if you hit 5 or 6 in a game. Go for it. Why not? Just get that high school feeling going again. What people don't understand about guys like himself and about others, when they have a performance like that, it didn't happen tonight. He has been preparing for this moment his entire life. When nobody else is in his gym, he's in there shooting. When nobody was probably watching in high school, he's probably in the gym. When he had to have extra surgeries, extra rehab, the pain that he was going through to come back from surgeries, the injuries, having to deal with his mind probably, and I'm speaking for him a little bit here, but when you get injured, you don't know what that's going to look like. Am I going to get back to feeling halfway good enough to go play? And then what is my new normal for that? I think it's just such a great lesson for all of us, because when you go through the pain and suffering, there is a light on the other side of it. And what if he didn't have the courage to go do that? What if somebody didn't instill in him all the things that it took to see him persevere and do this? I'm just really happy for him that he, on a night like tonight, he gets to reap some of the hard work, the fruits of his labor, because he's been doing this for a long, long time. That doesn't surprise us at all.
How great was it to get to celebrate with the teammates in the locker room?
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. People are everything. So it was amazing. They're awesome.
All right, thank you guys.
There you go, baby.